Right, let's get this out the way straight off the bat. Yes, I have a beard. No, I don't live in a bog. No, I don't live in a log cabin. No, I'm not auditioning for Sons of Anarchy. Although, to be fair, if they called, I'd take the gig. And no, it's not because I've got a weak chin. Although, if it was, you wouldn't really know, would you? But today's not about personal grooming tips, not how to get your face fuzz looking like a Viking's. No, today's about confidence, about identity, about resilience, and about how a scruffy decision to stop shaving helped me find myself all over again after over 2 decades of pretending I was someone else. This is my bearded journey. Let's rewind to 2018 when I'd just left the Royal Marines Band service. That was 22 years, polished shoes, crisply ironed shirts, and fresh shaves every single day. You didn't dare let any stubble show through, because God help you if you did. Now, when you leave a world like that, where everyone looks the same, dresses the same, thinks the same, suddenly having that absolute freedom over how you look is weirdly daunting. And for some reason, I fancied seeing what would happen if I just stopped shaving. No big plan really, no big moment, just I sod it, let's see. I remember it well. I stood in my bathroom looking in the mirror, razor in hand, and thinking, this is my last day in unit. I don't have to do this ever again. And at first it was just a couple of days growth, but I felt rebellious. Daft really, but I did. And at the time, I didn't know it would turn into anything. I thought I'd be scruffy for a fortnight and then bottle it. Now, here's what nobody tells you. The early days of growing a beard are horrendous. The itching, the weird bald patches, the half man, half moth-eaten ferret look. And then you've got the unsolicited commentary.
What's that in your chin, mate?
You're going through a midlife crisis.
Trying to look homeless. People feel weirdly entitled to comment on your face. I mean, imagine if I walked up to you and said, oh, what's that haircut all about? You'd think I was a dick, wouldn't you? But suddenly, because it's a beard, it's open season. One of my personal favourites, someone very close to me, called it disgusting! Cheers. And the worst part, you'll catch yourself in the mirror every now and again, and you'll think, are they right? Because at first, it doesn't really suit you. You're used to seeing your clean shaven face. You look a little bit scruffy. You feel a little bit scruffy. But it takes time before you start seeing yourself different. But, and this is important, I kept going because deep down, something about it felt right. Even when I looked like I'd been sleeping rough behind a Weatherspoons, even when people laughed, even when it itched like I'd been rubbing my chin on a patch of nettles, I kept going. And it taught me something crucial. Growth of any kind is rarely comfortable, whether it's growing a beard, learning a skill, changing a career, dealing with your mental health. It gets messy before it gets good. I'd spent years in an environment where things were instant. You shaved, your face was smooth. You ironed your shirt, it was nice and crisp. You trained, you got fitter. But this took patience, and it made me realise how little of that I actually have. But every day that passed, the itch faded, the patches filled in, and I started to see me. Now, not everybody got it though, and that's tough. When people close to you, people whose opinions you thought mattered, they don't understand why you're doing something for yourself. A good mate of mine, great lad, but a bit of a gobshite at times, he told me I looked ridiculous, said I was having a midlife crisis, trying to be something I'm not. And in that moment, it really, really stung. It stung because I thought he might be right. But here's what I learned. You don't owe anybody anything. You don't owe them an explanation for how you choose to look, how you choose to live, how you choose to exist. If it makes you feel good, that's reason enough. People will always have opinions, but confidence comes when you stop giving a fuck about them. And then I found my tribe, the bearded community, which, by the way, is a thing. Beard groups, competitions, meetups, online pages, a community of people who understood what it was all about. You didn't see a beard as a fashion accessory, but as a statement. And it wasn't just bikers and hipsters. It was teachers, builders, veterans, chefs, blokes in suits, all united by one thing, self-expression. And for the first time in many, many years, I felt like I belonged somewhere. No judgment, no snide comments, just mutual respect for anyone brave enough to be themselves. The moral of the story. It's not about the beard, it's about what it represents. I learned that confidence isn't something that you're born with. It's something you build slowly, awkwardly, uncomfortably. And that growth, whether it's personal, professional, emotional, or follicular, I said it, only taking 10 attempts, takes time. It'll itch, it'll get patchy. Sometimes people will laugh, sometimes people will leave you alone, but the right ones stay. Most importantly, you are allowed to change. You don't have to stay who you were. You don't owe your old self a single thing. So to anyone watching this, feeling like you're not enough, like you're being judged, like you don't belong, it gets better. Not overnight, not without a few rough patches, but it does. And whether your thing is beards, tattoos, art, gaming, lifting weights, poetry, gardening, whatever makes you feel like you, do it. Find your own people. Because beard or no beard, you are enough. Cheers for watching. Stay scruffy.